Okay, hi. All right, today we're dealing with Mars, so we guess we better get going right off the top. Okay, so we're shifting into a totally different texture of planets, right? We've dealt with the inner planets and our inner faculties and inner qualities, and while the outer planets can affect the inner, they're not the inner. They can just add stress or not stress to the inner planets. Mars, god of war. It's the use of force, the use of energy. It really is how you use your energy and your desire for experience. So, what experiences do you desire? How much have you done? Why do you do things? Why do you do the things you do? What are you pushing for? What are you driving for? What are you trying to make happen? Are you trying to prove something or trying to do something? You want to go somewhere. You want to influence someone. You want to make an effect. It's going to take your energy. It's only 24 hours in a day. But 24 hours a day is a long time. It's hard to use energy consistently 24 hours a day without recharging. So how do you recharge? We burn energy up, then we usually have to sleep. We have to relax to recharge our energy. But using energy, Mars is a really mysterious planet in a funny way because it's simple. It's energy, it's force, it's how you use it. But as soon as you start watching how it applies and how you use it, there's thousands of ways that it can be used at any moment. So when we deal with transits, we'll start to see how our Martian experiences and our desires for experience accumulate across a lifetime. But when we're looking at our chart, we're seeing our predisposition to how we use force and energy, what we want to do, what we're going to push for, how we're going to push, the manner we're going to try and make things happen. So again, it's kind of like electricity. We can use it, we can channel it, we can do all sorts of things, but no one knows exactly what it is. It's just something. It's a type of energy. But like when you're born, are you strong or are you weak? Mars rules your muscles, your muscle tone, your energy level, are you in shape, are you not in shape? It's like when we're kids, sometimes we're adults, we play games with each other, we play chicken. I dare you to do this. You wouldn't dare do that, would you? I bet you wouldn't do that. Boy, well, sometimes some people just got to do things to prove themselves more than they want to be satisfied and receive things. They want to prove they can do things. They want to be dominant. They want to be assertive, aggressive, and they want to prove things. Sometimes you're in a relationship and you want the other person to do things and they don't want to do them. Across the board. Okay? I'm thinking more like you're lying about two people lying down, lying in bed, and the doorbell rings or the phone rings. You get it. No, you get it. I don't want to get it. You get it. It's like whoever cares the most is going to get it. Or do the dishes. I don't want to do the dishes. Whoever cares the most does the dishes. But there's an undertow to Mars. You can do things and you get things done. You can not do things and you not get things done. So experiences and the use of force will accumulate, but the lack of experience and the not doing things and not making an effort and not applying yourself will also accumulate. And both of these factors will affect your outer world and your social world and your interactions with others. Are you a doer Are you a bully? Are you a receiver? Are you lazy? Are you not proactive? Are you disassociative? So many different factors tied into, sometimes these are tied into the outer planets and that, but why do something? Why do they bother? Why does a kid stand up? It desires to stand up. So it's been crawling around for the longest, trying to get places, trying to figure out how to get places by crawling, and sooner or later it stands up. Stands up for a minute, da-da, then falls over, of course, starts crying and yelling. But it will stand up again just because it got the high of having done it once. And you do it more and more and more and more, you get disciplined, you get energy, and you learn how to stand up so you can walk and run. Wow. Then how fast do you run? What do you do? So the funny thing with Mars, you can do things, but the things you can do can hurt others or it can hurt yourself. Nothing wrong with being strong. It's great to be strong. It's great to be active, but there's repercussions of action. Unconditional action can be harmful. If it's harmful, it's not going to, it may get a temporary effect that you want, but forces will gather up against you. Yeah, just like as soon as you stand up, as soon as you get up and you learn to stand and walk and run around, what did they do? They put you in the playpen, they lock you up, they don't let you run because you can get in trouble. But all you want to do is run. So as a kid, you can see that kind of simple. Are you strong or are you weak? If you're not, and then when people come together, some people are stronger than others, and there's a pecking order of what happens. Some people are doing more than others. The people who are doing the most are the bossiest because they're expecting other people to do the same. The people who aren't doing that much, why would we do that much? Why would I do that? When we get older, Mars kind of relates to our work. The work I'm going to do. Why would I do it? Well, I'm going to get paid for doing it. If I do that, it'll free me up in some other way and I can do more, do other things. If I don't have a job, it begins to impair my Venus choices, my Mercury thoughts, my habits. So when it's all working healthy, Mars is strong, active, dynamic, and it's where you make things happen, how you use force, how you push things. But funny thing with Mars is when you're trying to watch the energy, how we can see someone who's strong or assertive or playing a game or being really proactive and making things happen. We can see we also often consider those the leaders who are making things happen. But a lot of times it's the rogue that that's making things happen for themselves, but they're more aggressive against anyone as they're pushing to get whatever they want to do. I mean, really, but not everybody is pushing like that. There's a whole spectrum of who's pushing down to who's not pushing or to who's handicapped or who's, but like Mars, by pushing, the more you push, the more energy and force you put out, but if it's not under control, you can hurt yourself. You damage your energy. Your energy will back up on you. So take all the big athletes, men or women, the big athletes are really proactive, really aggressive. They go to the Olympics, they win championships, they do things. I won the Olympics. But after you've done, I've climbed Mount Everest, I climbed the mountain, I did it. Then what? What are you going to do the next day? Recharge. You're going to take some time to have to rebuild the energy from putting it all out. And then what are you going to do next? Well, and as we get older, life gets a little more complicated and our energies get pulled out in more directions. It's harder to do any one thing. It's harder to be that strong. By the time you're in your 30s, it's going to be very difficult to compete physically with people in their 20s. So, Mars and Venus are planets of sex. Venus is how you receive what you want. Mars is what you're prepared to do. It can change what you want to do, what you don't want to do. I did this for you. The least you could do is do this for me. Or please do this for me. Oh, come on. Like, we get used to people doing things for us. That's their Mars. That's our Venus. We used to doing things for others. After all, the least you could do is be nice to me or like me. You know, or whoa, when it starts working wrong, it gets really angry. When it starts, we usually see Mars when it's working wrong. We get angry, we get accident prone, we start pushing things, we get abrasive, we're hurting people, we're getting hurt, we're smashing the car, we're getting tickets, we're cutting things, we're cutting ourselves, we're burning things, we're breaking things, we're getting bones broken. Mars is the muscles, Saturn's the bones, Jupiter's your understanding of how to use them, how to make them work together. So when you're looking at the natal chart, you see, we see the attitude, I, me, we, us, we're trying to be more free with what I'm doing, trying to do things more for belonging to people. I've done this for you, I'm doing this for you. Like, there's that side. Then you have above or below, I'm pushing this energy out in the world to make it important out there, I gotta do this. Or Mars is below the right. Who cares about that? I want to be busy doing what I want to do. You know, it's rising or setting. We start to see the categories around the Mars. So we're looking to aspects to Mars. We're looking at stress factors to our energy. Stress factors to energy mean tension, stress, anger, pressure. You ever been driving a car and you're in a hurry to get somewhere and you want to speed up and there's somebody just doing the exact speed limit, exactly correct in front of you. And you're ready to go faster. It's hard not to be angry. So anger management is a big part of Mars. But anger is wasted energy. By the time somebody's angry with you or you're angry with someone, you're blowing off your steam. You're losing control of your energy and you're losing the ability to guide it or work with it. So each planet has its means of affecting how you use your energy, how you put up your force, how strong you are, how powerful you are, how passionate you are. Passionate in trying to prove things, not in receiving things. There's Venus passion and there's Mars passion. But really, it's about strength, about walking, about muscle tone. How many people are in perfect shape? You want to get in perfect shape, you may be in perfect shape. How are you going to maintain perfect shape? Without working really hard every day to try and make it happen. So when we're looking at aspects to Mars, we're trying to see aspects that we're trying to see how the energy is reinforced, stimulated, and stressed. What each planet's aspect, it has a way of influencing Mars. Because they nagging Mars, or trying to tell Mars what to do, or guide Mars, or judge Mars, or whatever. Still, Mars is its own energy. It can get totally paralyzed by listening to everybody else what to do, and never knowing what to do yourself, or by being seemingly abused and you're not strong enough to fight back. We all will run into limits, things we can't do. We push until we fall, until we break something, until we hurt something. Then we have to repair, take the time to repair, and then we have to discipline ourselves to work up to build it up again. And then we see how far we go again, or we might get afraid of even trying again. It's textures of life. So in your chart, you see the attitude you have to the Mars. You see the house it's going into. You see the areas that's above or below, rising, setting. You already see the way energy works. The aspects coming to it are adding stress to it. Now, stress can make you work harder or push further, or it can slow you down.